Hey all, Hibber here. So today I'm going to take out what is probably my favorite destroyer, and I'm playing this ship with a special build, and I'll show you that in a second. But pretty much what it is a full hydro build, and that obviously requires a bit of a special commander here, but it works extremely well. So let's just jump into the build here. So you can see I'm using Lucians as a commander and not a destroyer commander. I have Bay and Swirsky on as inspirations. Then I have Ingenious. And this is where we start to look into the hydro here with Expose. And then we have Velocious, because we always have that. And then we have Acoustic Chamber. So faster sonar cooldown, more sonar duration, and you get an extra charge plus an extra charge with a fully packed, meaning and also 30% faster cooldown when you're close to an ally. So on the ship it's pretty much just standard fare here, nothing really special. But look at this here, 3 smokes, 3 speed boosts, and there's a reason why I prefer this ship over Z-39. And then we have no less than 4 sonars with a 4.7 torpedo range and 5 kilometer ship range. And that's just amazing. 5.4 concealment, that's okay. We cannot stealth sonar, but we don't really need to. So this is the build that I use, and I always use this on Z-39, and it's pretty much, that's why it's my favorite destroyer. And here you'll see exactly why I like this build so much. Because you lure an enemy destroyer into the cap, then you smoke up, and then you pop your sonar, and then it's just a matter of going to town. As usually, I mean, the enemy destroyers run away, but this guy here, he doesn't, and I think his engine must be out or something, so that's why. But anyway, this way here, you are just guaranteed to pretty much take a cap, unless you are facing another Z-39, which sometimes happens. And just to get into the details here, the reason I prefer this ship over Z-35, I know most people prefer Z-35, I don't, for the simple reason that you also saw here in this game here. This ship here gets a speed boost, meaning that you are able to get into the cap first, and that's like a massive thing. Not many people shooting at this destroyer here. Like, getting into the cap first means that you are able to set up shop first, and it gives you an advantage. It really does. Z-35 does not get a speed boost, and therefore it's not as fast as Z-39. Z-39 can reach almost 42 knots with the speed boost on. So obviously that gives you an advantage. That's a fact. So yeah, I'm just sitting in my smoke. I have my hydro on again because, like I said, we have long duration on this one. So I don't have to hurry or anything. I still have 20 seconds left, and it's just, problem only. The only problem is the smoke doesn't last that long, but there's not really much you can do about that. Fortunately, we just missed that very nice Mutsu there. That would have been a good kill, but unfortunately we miss it. So obviously I am within detection, so I gotta get out of dodge now. There's too many enemies, and there wasn't enough backup to grab this cap here. Unfortunately, I was very close, but everybody just decided to make sure Hibber didn't get this cap here. But that's okay, we'll just retreat a little bit, and then we'll, well, pretty much try again. Because I'm not giving up this flank here, this is my flank. You can see the other flank is very strong, and this is the weak one. So we're going to have to hold this one as long as we possibly can to give the guys over there enough time to actually, do the best they can on the other flank. So that's also why I stay spotted. I just want to draw these guys in a little bit further, because Z-39 is really tough. Like, it's extremely tough. 19,600 hit points at tier 6. I mean, compare that to, for example, the new Swedish destroyers. They have around 13,000. That's like a massive amount extra, and it helps all the time, and it helps a lot. So that's why I'm not too worried about these battleships here and encroaching on my personal space here. So what this ship does here is, unmask the enemy destroyers, and it does it really well. I think it's the best sonar destroyer out there, even better than Friesland and perhaps only Loyang is like technically it's better, but it sits at tier 7 where you have to face more radar cruisers, meaning that you lose some of the advantage that Z-39 has down here at tier 6, where it's quite rare to run into a radar cruiser, and it's usually in Indianapolis, so it's not really much of a problem. But as soon as you get up to tier 7, then pretty much every cruiser, at least the cruisers people play, it has radar, and then your whole gimmick here with the smoke and the sonar is it's not useless, but it loses a lot of its value. So tier 6 is the golden spot for this kind of playstyle here, and Z-39 is simply the best destroyer to do this on. No questions asked. So naturally, you can also do this on the Z-35 or the Tech Tree destroyers, no problem. But this one is the best, like I said, simply because you get a speed boost, and that's worth, well, it's weight in gold pretty much, because it just allows you to get into this, like the positions faster. And if you are facing a Z-35 on the other team, it's very nice to be able to go like 3 or 4 knots faster than that destroyer, and then that way you can get into the very nice positions and make life pretty tough for the other destroyer. So this Aoba here is presenting a very nice broadside, so he disappears, but that's okay. We just pop on our sonar again, or hydro, and then we go to Citadel City on this guy here, because this is not something you want to do 4 kilometers from a German destroyer. Broadside, that's not going to end well. And of course, we have 5 kilometer torpedo range, so there will be no torpedoes surprising me. It's simply not possible. And that's the destroyer, well, the cruiser down. Then the battleship is waiting for its turn, and as you can see, we are losing almost every other cap. So I'm pretty much preparing for this is going to be one of those games where we just lose no matter what I do. So I say, okay, I'm just going to stick with my flank. There's no real reason to go somewhere else, because it's a little bit early yet. There's still 8 minutes left, and although it's looking pretty grim at this moment here, I mean, things could change. So just keeping an eye on the smoke here. We only have a few seconds left, and we'll need to set up a little bit of a trap for this battleship here. And yes, I was just checking if the widespread was good, but I forget, like the widespread on this destroyer here is really wide, and it doesn't really have that many uses other than torping smoke, really. And even then, like, destroyer could easily fit in between 2 torpedoes. So it's I use it sometimes when I have no idea what the enemy battleship's gonna do, and then it's also good for area denial if you just want to scare ships off, you know, like then just fill the whole area with torpedoes and hope that does the trick. So the best part about this build here and this ship and this commander combination here is that it's fun. I'm not a big destroyer player, but a lot of you have asked lately, why don't I have some destroyer videos? So I say, okay, fine, I'll put some destroyer videos up, because I do play destroyers, but not as much as I play cruisers, not even near. I mean, I play 90% of my battles are cruisers, and then 5% battleships and 5% destroyers. That's about it. So, and again here I'm checking the map and I'm saying, okay, we are ahead on ships now, but we are still behind on caps, but we are ahead on points. So this could actually turn into a better battle now. So we just need to get rid of this New Mexico here, and then we should be pretty safe, because we still have 2 destroyers left. And as soon as I get rid of the battleship, then things should look up a bit. So I get spotted here, meaning that, okay, the destroyer is over here somewhere. That's interesting. So I keep going in, because why not? The destroyer is here, so let's see if we can't find him. And he's right there, and he has no health. And of course I missed the first salvo here, but that's just, well, too bad. We're giving it another try here, and then we get the little Kraken here with the next salvo. Just keep an eye on the torps as well to see if we get that battleship. We don't get it completely, and that's like a problem, because I was really counting on that, because I was taking on the destroyer. I wanted that battleship gone, and that didn't happen. That was very close, but that's just too bad. It doesn't matter because the battle is won now. You can see how the other blues are taking the remaining red caps. So I'm going to buy it here in a second, but still pretty good effort here. We'll end up at more than 100,000 damage and a Kraken and a high caliber. And we didn't get any caps actually, which is a bit unusual for me. That's usually what I do get a lot of, but not this time. So the high caliber will come in a second because this guy here is burning, and at some point we will reach the high caliber mark. And as you can see, there's only 2 ships left, so giving up my ship here is not really a problem, and especially now that there's just a battleship left that's like, you know, 1% health or something like that. So like, if you want to try a new build that's interesting and gives you a different taste of the German destroyers, I would recommend you go with this one. You need Lütjens at high level, of course, so you get the best out of the hydro. But if you got that, like if you like agile hippos, for example, then you already got the commander and everything's pretty much ready. And that was the end of the battle here in Z-39, a very undervalued ship if you ask me. And hope you enjoyed it. Good Kraken battle here, and I will see you out there.